Hi, this is Rick here. I'm going to cover the Daedalus wallet. I'm going to go over the user experience. I'm not an expert YouTube video maker. However, I do have a little bit of experience with the Daedalus wallet. I'm also a big fan of the Cardano project, and I've done a lot of reading on it. So just want to give you a little bit of a rundown on the Daedalus wallet and how it works. So I'm going to start with downloading the Daedalus wallet. Put myself up in a corner here so you can see the screen properly. I do have it already installed. We're going to go to the website. Make sure we're on the correct website, daedaluswallet.io. Right there. Let me get the screen set up a little bit here. Okay, that's where we want to be to download the wallet. Welcome to Daedalus. Very simple, clean website, high-tech looking. I really like the website where the wallet is downloaded from. I'm going to go to the download tab. Follows the Cardano theme, dark background, light foreground. I'm using Mac, so I'm going to select Mac OS. Now they're all 64-bit. Notice Windows and Mac both say 64-bit. Linux is still grayed out. You got to download that one from GitHub and compile that yourself. But there are no 32-bit versions yet. Okay, and there goes my download. Now I have a pretty fast internet connection, but it's limited at the other end, or somewhere in the pipeline between here and the web server that I'm downloading from. So we'll give that a few seconds to continue the download process. In the meantime, I'll launch my current Daedalus wallet and let it synchronize. Okay, now the download is complete, so I'm going to go to my downloads here. Let me minimize Daedalus. Alright, go to my download folder. There's a package. Install it in the standard Mac format. Now before I install, I'm going to close Daedalus, and it opened and synchronized. I don't want to do a reinstallation while it's online. So, very simple installation process. I downloaded the wallet, launched the package, the installer package, and it walks you right through the installation process. I use administrative rights on my computer. Which is a good security practice. Install the package. Installation successful. Okay, and I'm done with the website here. I'm going to redeploy Daedalus. Now, being that the installation files were already there, I have wallets already built, the blockchain is already installed. The blockchain takes about 2 hours, depending on your connection and how many nodes. Well, not really how many nodes, because it's still generally centralized, but it has to download the blockchain. And that's going to take a couple of hours depending on your internet connection. Okay, so boom. There's a fresh install, but my wallet configuration files were already in there. So the wallet is open. Now, I'm going to go over the wallet. It's very, very nice, dark background, light foreground, very high-tech looking. I've worked with quite a few wallets. Now, this particular wallet is both simple and elegant, and it's also kind of fast. So I'm going to go over a couple of features here and how they work. Okay, so starting on the top left hand side, you have this file folder and wallet selections that you can make from the folder where the wallets are stored. Maybe it's a wallet icon, and you can tuck them away and bring them out. Now I have two basic wallets I created here, Hansel and Gretel. And if I want to create a new wallet, I just go down to the lower left hand corner and hit add wallet and create a new one, and go through the steps in doing that. And it's pretty simple and dummy proof, because I successfully did it twice, so it's got to be pretty dummy proof anyway. So we got that. So I'm going to put this wallet, tuck it away, stick with my primary wallet, Hansel. You have a summary is the first tab. On the wallet icon, we have the summary tab of the transactions that were conducted. You've got a send button here that I'm going to do shortly. Receive, if you're going to receive from somebody else. You got the QR code, generate new address, stuff like that. Summary of transactions listed there. And finally, settings. And settings is kind of cool. People kind of skip over this one. Let me touch on this one here real quickly while I'm here. You can rename a wallet anytime you want. I can rename this Bob. Now the wallet's name is Bob. Doesn't matter. You can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it Hansel. Alright. And then the transaction security, assurance levels, stuff like that. Password updates are in there. You can change that as well. So I'm going to go back over to Summary tab. You got your transaction summary, where transactions are sent from and to, and the send selector. So I'm going to go to the send, and let's say I want to send a transaction to another wallet. I'm going to use Gretel as an example. So I'm going to receive from Gretel. Here's an address on Gretel. I'm going to copy the address. It says copy to clipboard. Very simple. Switch back over to Hansel. Now I'm using two wallets within the same instance of Daedalus. You would be normally operating with a wallet at a distance. So you'd want to have the address emailed to you if it was somebody else, a friend of yours or an acquaintance, or you would use the wallet off of the exchange. Most of you already know that. All right, so I copied the address from Gretel, and I want to send money from Hansel. So I'm going to paste it into this address. It's always good to verify that the correct address pasted in. I'm going to use the last several letters, AZOQ HR1 Victor Quebec, and then go back to my Gretel receive side, and it ends with AZOQ HR1 Victor Quebec, so that is the correct one. Now I go back over to my sending wallet. Paste it again, make sure I got it in there right. There's the same address. Then the amount I'm going to send is to Ada, and it adds the transaction fee all the way to the right hand side. I love this feature. It tells you how much it's adding and the total that you're sending. Some exchanges don't do that. Most wallets do, because everything has to be contained within the wallet, and then when exchanges don't do that, it confuses me. Now I got to go back and figure out the fees. All right, so now hit next. It gives you a summary screen. You can verify the wallet address, verify the amount you're sending and the fees and so on. Everything just looked at. Put in the password, the spending password here. Hit send. Now this should be very quick. I'm sending to, get this little spiral, sending to Ada. And the update is almost instantaneously. Before the window even closed, we saw those two Ada went from Hansel to Gretel, and it says transaction pending. So the update was near instantaneous. Now it did have to go to the server over at IOHK or wherever the server is located for the transaction to take effect. But you saw there it was near instantaneous. It was less than a second. Now the key here, transaction pending, now transaction low, and that was about 12 or 13 seconds. Let me see, 12:25, and it's now 13:06. So it was no more than 30 seconds on that transaction, and now it's low. The number of confirmations, 1. Okay, right now that number is not as significant, while the, like down here where it says low, is now 2. While the blockchain is still centralized on about 7 different servers, it will be, that number will be more significant, I think, when it's decentralized. It's the confirmations is going to establish the point of irreversibility for transactions, where transactions can no longer be reversed. Okay, so there it is. Now it's up to medium, 3 confirmations, Hansel to Gretel, Ada sent, the balance is reflected correctly. All right, so that's how it would work between 2 different wallets at a distance. You can practice that at home. And you can create as many wallets. Well, you can create up to 10 wallets using the Add Wallet button down here shown at the bottom. That's like a limitation. I don't know why someone would need 10 wallets. There's probably a really good use case for that, but I saw information where they're going to make it more than 10 wallets. Okay, so we're done with the summary tab on the wallet icon selector. And then we did the send and receive tabs. Then you have the transaction tab here, where it shows the summary of transactions, including one I just made and the initial transactions I made to set up this wallet in the first place. And this is like a test training wallet, right, that I'm using here with a small number of ADA. But I got to be careful not to waste ADA, because you never know, like Bitcoin, you know, I don't want to waste it. But I do want to use some for training, so I use small amounts here. You never know how much this stuff could be worth 5 or 10 years from now. And I'll go, oh my gosh, I wasted 15 ADA. All right, last tab here is the settings. I went over that in the first place. Name, transaction assurance, security level. I don't know what this tab will do for me now. That would be a really good question to ask on the Telegram forum. So I think I will ask that question. Okay, let me go to the next selector down. The ADA icon on the left hand side. There's some ADA redemption selections here. If you have redemption keys, and I think this came from the ICO. To redeem your ADA, upload a certificate, copy and paste your redemption code. So I need to learn a little bit more about this. But I think that's from the ICO. Another thing is the force vended. So I don't know if these are actually used anymore. Paper vended is, again, not sure what that is. I haven't used these features, but we'll see. Hold on, I'm gonna need to expand the wallet. Yeah, you type the data in, hit redeem ADA. Other ways of recovering. All right, so yeah, that's that ADA button. I don't have much use for it. I haven't used it much anyway. Probably need it in the future. The next indicator on the left hand side is the icon that looks like a bill with a minotaur inside the bill, where Ben Franklin's face would be, or whatever type of fiat you use. But anyway, it's a bill. The minotaur could be a paper wallet certificate. Now you got to follow these instructions close when you go through it when you create a paper wallet. So I'll do another video on creating a paper wallet. I just made one. It makes a really cool certificate. You can see here. Okay, and you got to write down 9 words here, and then you have the printed words here, the 18 original words. So that'll be a separate video, and then you save the PDF file. And from there you create your paper wallet. It's pretty simple. It was very easy to do. Once you create the paper wallet, then you load the address that's on that wallet with the ADA. Pretty cool stuff. It works a lot like other paper wallets, but I'm glad it's there. The last tab, you have this settings tab, where you can change the themes. You got general for you got your language first of all. My options are English and Japanese, and then themes, changing the colors of your background. That's pretty cool. Terms of use, so you know what your current agreement is, and I assume that updates, but I haven't actually read this. I've been using a lot, but as usual, I didn't read it. And then lastly, on support, you got frequently asked questions, where it gives you links to get to the websites. So it'll launch you into like the Daedalus frequently asked questions, where they put information if you have problems, and also probably most importantly, you have the click here for email support. You can actually get support from the team at the Daedalus development site. I haven't had to use it. I tend to figure it out on my own, or I go on the Cardano forum, and there's a lot of very proficient people there who've helped me sort out problems, and I've helped others sort out problems as well. So you got the Cardano forum. You also have email support, which is official support. Cardano forum is unofficial support, and Telegram also has a channel for that as well. I think I should probably cover that. Okay, so anyway, back to the wallet. Okay, so there's the feature of the wallet. Now there's one more icon down here that I hadn't touched on, the bug, submit bug report. So if you have a bug, there's 2 ways you're going to get to this, at least that I know of. One is, if your wallet fails to synchronize and connect to the network, this will show up. No, at the top of your screen it will say submit a bug report. It says it looks like you're having problems, and you select the icon. Now on this icon it has the frequently asked questions, which will take you to the Daedalus website. We can get email support. You have a support request feature, and then if you want to inspect logs, you can check the logs by selecting on here, and it will download your log files. This can be useful if you have a very unique problem troubleshooting. Some problems are common and people tend to figure them out. If you have a unique problem, or if you're getting email support that might say send us your logs, and you can select that indicator here to submit your bug report as well. All right, so there's a general rundown on the Daedalus wallet. Oh, there's one more indicator up here that it looks like it's going to have more use in the future. I'm not sure. It says blocks synced 100%. It always says blocks synced 100% when this interface opens up, because it opened. Now, if the blocks are not synced, this interface will never open. It will be stuck on the connecting to network, or it'll say synchronizing blocks some percentage of the time. And it wouldn't get to this interface. So I'm assuming there's some future use for this little check mark. Maybe it'll turn colors or something. Maybe you can click on it. I'm not sure what's going on with that feature there. But there you go. There's a rundown on the Daedalus wallet. Next up, if I'm going to make a few other YouTube videos. If you have suggestions, please let me know in the comments section. I'm also going to post this to Telegram, and you guys can give me some feedback. I'll take the peer review process. It's working for Cardano. It'll probably work for me. So if you got some feedback, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. And any ideas on other types of videos you would like to see made, I'll do that as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.